everybody, welcome to James Plays realMyst, Masterpiece Edition. As I said in my intro, Myst has had 1 remaster and 3 remakes. This is the second of the 3 remakes, and the reason we're playing this version instead of the latest is because realMyst and realMyst Masterpiece Edition have something that Myst 2021 does not. A bonus age unlocked after beating the game. So we're just going to run around this island and beat the game nice and quick, because Myst is neat in that once you know how to beat the game, you don't even have to go to any of the other ages or anything. You just do those final steps and that's it. You can speedrun this game in 2 minutes. But before we get moving, I want to point out the camera controls here. You see I'm moving my mouse around, but the camera's not going anywhere. If we hold down the right mouse button and move the mouse around, that's when you can look around freely while standing still. You can also just drag the mouse along the edges of the screen for the same effect. But as long as you're moving, then the camera controls how you would expect if you're used to modern games. So we're just going to go around the island and turn on all these marker switches, then come back and turn the first one off. And that will hopefully give you a chance to really appreciate the update on the visuals that this game has. You ever wonder what the back of a constellation observatory looks like? Well, bam! There you go. We do also have a run button. And you can go up the back here. You have a little bit more freedom to kind of explore things from different angles. And having now experienced Myst in its original form, I can appreciate this a lot more. So I'm definitely glad I went with that instead of one of the more recent versions of the game. Because I just would not appreciate this. It wouldn't have meant anything to me to see any of this in this capacity. Now, I do have a question for some people here. We can actually go off the beaten path and find this. A headstone or grave marker for Tiana. This was not in the original Myst. This started showing up in realMyst onwards. And I do not know if this is a dedication to a real person or if this is something related to lore. I didn't want to look anything up and spoil myself, so I will ask you guys, and you can tell me it's lore or something else, but keep it vague if possible. Thank you very much. When it comes to actually beating Myst, it's a total of 3 puzzles, and that's being generous. You have to do the puzzle with the marker switches by turning them all on. Then you have to do the clock puzzle so that you can actually get to the final marker switch. And this is convenient for people that might have needed this. Instead of having to look back and forth between the clock and the controls, you can actually see both at the same time and make sure that you're turning the things the appropriate amount. So that's the second puzzle. And then the third is the fireplace. And then you are done. So that should be all of the marker switches now. I'm going to take a quick pit stop in here to grab one of these pages and look at the video here. I think by this point of when this game came out, the video quality is starting to show its age. it does look a little faint, a little more blurry. I don't know what they did for Myst 2021. I know that they have 3D models, but they also have the option to see the original FMV. And I just don't know if by that point in time they were able to do something more with the being able to upgrade the quality. Got page in hand, and now back to the fireplace. And the code is the same as it was, so we didn't have to relearn any of that. There we go. This actually looks a little bit better. Maybe it has to do with the lighting that was used for this scene. But we don't have to listen to him. We can just go to Dunny, page in hand, turn that in, let him kill his sons. Unfortunately, with everything being in full 3D, that meant having to make a full 3D Atris that sits here and writes in his book while you're messing around, and it's not terrible. It actually looks pretty close to the live-action version. And then once you click on them, you get back into the cutscene. And we're going to be stuck in this cutscene, so I'm just going to skip past it for you guys. So with that done, we return to the library. Once again, the books are destroyed. And you might think, okay, that's fine, time to leave. What is this? We got a book. And we have another story time. So if you're not interested in this, once again, there's a time code that we can skip to. Rime, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I had expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours. And though it is cold here, like I've never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases, there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is necessary for obtaining the correct resonance. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I must at least try to find one particular branch. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Cirrus and Achenar, as well as some of the machinery from the Selenitic. So this is before Cirrus and Achenar were imprisoned. Selenitic is, I'm pretty sure it's an age we did not visit. I will refer back to my notes, though. We have Channelwood. We have the Mechanical Age. We have Stone Ship Age. I don't have Selenitic written down, actually, so this is... That might have been the Selenitic age, where we had to do the sounds and go underground and stuff, so, okay. That's something for me to be aware of, a new name, and it may be for a place we have or have not visited. Akinar chose to stay with Catherine, but Cirrus was rather excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He, too, seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He is intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, although it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Cirrus will return to Myst tomorrow. He has been a tremendous aid to me, and I'm thankful for his willingness to help. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. It won't be finished as soon as I had hoped, although I'm fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I've decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete, and I have been able to set up a temporary space where the crystals will not be stimulated. I'm quite convinced that with the right diffraction resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. Interesting. With the right diffraction resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. So the magic, the art that creates the ages, is with the ink itself? And you're going to do something with crystals and the cold weather to do something that you could not otherwise do. Okay. Catherine still finds it absurd and thinks I'm crazy to assume I will be able to view ages with stones? But, okay. But her unusual pessimism has not convinced me to stop trying. I came too close to success on Everdunes. I'm fairly certain now that temperature indeed does have an effect on the crystals, but I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. The cold dampens some of the sympathetic harmonics, but a more active suppressor is necessary. I've acquired some geodes with a pure protected crystalline interior. Thin slices of the geodes below each crystal provided a stabilizing effect and even amplified the clean frequency slightly. After a bit of experimentation with the shapes and colors, I was able to capture a blurry image within a book. Though the link would never work, there was clearly an age on the other side. I can hardly wait to return and tell Catherine. I feel like I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here, perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I'm feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. The crystals have not been perfected, the shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post, or even lab. I've not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Akinar and Cirrus. Besides all of that, there are, far away, in the back of my mind, the thoughts of my people and our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. Oh, okay. What we'd gotten from the books previously was fleshing out of this whole universe, the lore, some background, this and that. And this continues that, but it's going in a slightly different direction, talking more about the creation of ages. So that's interesting. I've only seen the city in its worst condition, and still its beauty overwhelmed me. even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Veovis and Aguirres, it amazes and saddens me. I do not know what he's talking about now. Because the book is about Rime. Rime is a world of ice. Is this a city that has been conceptualized in Rime, or is this a continuation of that age he was able to start conceptualizing using the crystals and stuff? Let's keep reading and find out. I'm fairly certain that Dunny is not... Oh, that's how it's... Okay. Dunny is not dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. So Dunny is a place and a people. And if they're able to go to separate ages, then they would have the power to travel or create ages. Is not dead as my... That Dunny... Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Dunny to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. So, okay. So they are the Dunny people. Atris, Catherine, Akinar, Cirrus, and more. Okay, now that was a question that I had. Now I have an answer. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on Riven, big important word there, then he has been free all along. So he and his father don't get along. He trapped his father. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Dunny to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Dunny, without knowing the state of my father, I cannot risk reestablishing that link. As we saw at the end of the game, as we saw here, Atris was in Dunny. So I guess he felt it was fine. I must observe my father without reestablishing that link. It has taken several years, and there have been many dead ends, but I have partially succeeded. Now that I have managed to view another age using the crystals, it is only a matter of time until I view Riven. At least I hope. I see. So that was the experiment that he was using the crystals and the ink and the cold to try and observe an age without connecting to the age. Okay. It's all coming together now. Catherine will have her ideas about all these things, and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rime later when my mind has cleared. Now, this is answering a question for me. Going into this, I got this far knowing that there was a book. That was it. But I did not know if there would be puzzles to get to that new age, if there would be puzzles in that age, or what. But now we've got some stuff that we should be writing down. This appears to be the pool. And that appears to be a 4 and such. You know the resonance pool or whatever it's called by the intro. So let's write down 2, 7, 3, 5. And like I said, that does appear to be a 40, which maybe we need to have it set to for something. It's pointing to the button. And that's the final page. Okay. Then off we go. Speedrun strat. Boom. Okay. So pool, and we go here. And that is a lot more clear than it was for me in the original game. Okay, 40. Topographical extrusion test. Click. So this... Oh, that's interesting. Now that we can see, this is an icy mountain. A snowy mountain. This is possibly related to Rime. How does that help me? Am I supposed to be seeing something? Wait! Oh, you sneaky little bean, you! Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Nice. What is this? Oh, no. Okay, so it's like that. This is the cyan logo, by the way. So it's got two states. I've changed the state, and now we're going to the rocket ship platforms. Me out. Can't get back up, but we were able to get down. Okay, so I like that so far. They were able to... Can I get... Ah, there. I see you. I see you. Okay. This I like. They're utilizing the 3D aspect, the fully 3D rendering of the world, to create new puzzles. Like the back of that pool and coming down here, that is cool. Also, flashlight. By the way, it's dark in here. Got a flashlight button. That's cool. And then 2735. Moves that up. Okay. So I think we go back out. No, I just turned too much. Okay, so that... I don't know what that would have been. We went in... So this is... I'm just trying to see. Okay, so we're going forward to this right here. Then we're going inward and under... This might be the library. But this is... Oh, yep. Okay. Super cool. Oh, super cool. Alright, so this is, I believe, going to be Rime that we are visiting. I really, really liked that they're able to create new puzzles that fit into the world by being able to utilize the 3D space of it. That's so cool. All right. Excuse me? I think I heard a noise I didn't like. They didn't make the game scarier now, alright? Okay. Let's go ahead and close that forever. This is... Okay, so we can return home with that right there. So we got full-on puzzles in here. That's okay. I didn't think that would be the case. Having a puzzle to get here makes sense. But I was not expecting there to be all of that. I just learned something. I said that you had to hold down the right mouse button to do like free camera look while standing still. You can just press the right mouse button and it does away with the cursor, and then you can just do. So, but if you don't have the cursor up, then you can't like click on anything. Okay. This is a secret door that probably is related to this stove or furnace, and it's not firing. It's connected to this, which goes outside. So let us take a peek outside. There we go. And you burnt. Now. Why'd you start making weird noise? This still isn't doing anything. There. Oh, okay. Now it is. Okay. Before we go into that, though, let's just see... It's going to go into the mountain. Let me just see what else there is outside. That's it. Okay. There's stuff up there. I just didn't want to get ahead of myself. You know what I mean? That there's... Okay. Go through a tunnel that's got fog. Go into an elevator. And let's try down. Okay, we are at the bottom. Makes sense. Come up here to a control. Is that an Aurora Borealis? This time of year, at this time of day, localized entirely within this age. So I cannot control this when the lever's pulled, but I can set it and then pull. And it changes the color. Is anything else changing? I go all the way down. The electricity goes there, then it goes to here, and then it goes over here, and then it stops, and this... What does all this mean for me? Can I go up more? No. I'll leave it like that, because it's different than how I found it. Let's see what any of this means for me. This, I don't know what this is. It's the crystals and the geode, a sliver of the geode. I'm having a hard time telling what is going on here. I get up there and I can see, and it goes dun dun dun. Then I guess to this. Does it have to match that color? For all I know, none of this is anything. Like, this could be the whole... This is it. But that'd be kind of weird. All these appear to be the same. They're creating an electrical link that travels across. It's this. Try to get as close to like a yellowish orange as possible. Okay. Oh! Why did this not register with me before? Well, alright then. Before we do that, let me just satiate my curiosity with the... That kind of matches, right? Well, alright. come in here. Little secret room of secrets. Nothing in the drawer. More reading. Okay. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I've decided that I must finish construction. I have brought both Cirrus and Achenar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. The observation post, I'm going to assume, was where the switch was that I was messing around with, the Aurora Borealis thing. Both boys prefer it inside where it is warm, protected from the cold. Achenar sits in the observation post for hours, and Cirrus is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we are able to see. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. After much more experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we are able to get nearly perfect view of an age inside of the book. Cirrus wanted to link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Without the ink, the crystals do not bind onto a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It is possible to change the crystals and watch the age change. While in reality we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar ages, displaying the current age defined by the crystals, it appears as though we are changing the original age. So now we've got like a multiverse thing going on here. Okay. Next are the lights. My sons seem much more interested in the lights of the night sky right now. Their only interest in the crystals seems to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, two ages I have not seen in a long while. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Cirrus and Achenar excited and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it is better to keep Riven from them. And so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Cirrus and Achenar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen either of them so interested in my experiments, and I do not want to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems that they have forgotten about the crystals now. I'm not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters where the wind cuts through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them that I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we have erected the first of 3 towers. I'm too tired to write tonight. It has been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I'm exhausted, as are Cirrus and Achenar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the saline sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I'm grateful. I'm tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Myst Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We were here only a minute before we again began to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection on the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicolored waves of light dance across the dark sky. Brilliant flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing precede them. Boys are convinced they will be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I'm becoming convinced that she will come, or at least I hope. As for me, I must return to Myst or some other warm place. There's more to be accomplished here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come after I told her of my intentions to use the crystals to view Riven. She's not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals, and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me a view of that age. Cirrus and Akinar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Myst Island in 3 days. I think I will be ready by then. Okay. Now... what? Oh, we sat. We sat in the chair. But it appears to just be for fun? What's going to be a problem here is I'm not sure I will know when I am finished with this age. What if with it turned? Look at that. Putting some pieces together there. Okay, that's hard to read. It is real, the work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I've left my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. I'm going to try and do a very rough sketch of these. And write the color underneath them. Very rough. And that we will say is like a 3-prong thing. Blue. And we've got the butt plug for yellow. And then that's purple. Yay. Ooh, rocks. Get to play with the rocks? Nope. Okay. Over here is a bed. There's stuff. It's just there. And what do we have here? Ah. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's okay. Let's try this. Okay, so it is 9, not 10. It's throwing me off here. So, if I... okay. So do I go with that pattern? That was on that page. I think that... I don't know if it's that one. Just double checking. I think it's this one. I was wrong. Something has gone wrong here. Yeah, it's got the... that like that. So that should be right. That should be right. What am I missing here, fellas? I mean, aside from the colors, but I don't see how I apply colors. Because it would not make sense necessarily. I mean, it could make sense, but I guess it would not to have a puzzle, the answer to the puzzle right here. The colors mean something. I can't do anything here with colors, but if I go like from the scale here, it's like I don't have purple on here. Best I can do is like a pinkish. We have red, we have yellow, we have green, we have blue, no purple. So what if I did not keep messing around with this and I tried to just find the answer in a hint? Does that work for everybody if I just do that? Okay, bad news. The Universal Hint System does not have realMyst. The good news is I just had an idea. I'm gonna try this real quick. See if I'm wrong. The last time I got stuck and needed the Universal Hint System was because I didn't do a certain thing with controls. Ah ha ha! Okay. Okay. So you hold down on them and it changes the colors. Okay? It just... because this is the exact same thing that messed me up. Okay. Okay. That feels good. I guess the default is considered yellow, okay? Okay. That is still not helping. This might not be the right purple. There we go. That's something. That now what? That's game? Did we... So we can observe, we can see, but we have no ink to link. We have no way to actually travel there. What's next? I may just try to look up a walkthrough and see if I'm done. Because I did the thing with the crystals and I saw a picture. And if that doesn't change anything else here for me to do, then we've kind of gone everywhere and done everything. But I mean, the original version of Myst didn't really let you know when you hit victory or anything. Why should this be any different? Okay, I have checked, and that is in fact the end. It's just a glimpse of the world. We've gotten our stories here that tell us a little bit more about this age, and we got to explore this age a little bit. Don't know if we'll actually see this again in a future game or not. 2 moons. And we've learned about Riven, and we've learned that Atreus imprisoned his father. His sons imprisoned him. He imprisoned his sons. Just everybody's in jail. But I wonder, nothing in the books ever really suggests Akinar and Sirius's descent into evil, which is fair to an extent. But now learning about Atreus's father, I wonder if they ended up connecting with their grandfather. This is all stuff for the future, though, not for a bonus video. So I'm going to end it here, and we'll have a fun little song to play us out. And I love ya. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Sitting here in my living room and I just can't seem to shake the glue. I'm pissed. Man, I just can't change my ugly mood. Yes, I am one unhappy dude. I'm pissed. So unhappy. I could turn on my big TV, but no one up there looks like me. Makes me pissed. I change the channel, switch the switch, get the same old stupid pitch. Man, I'm pissed. A bunch of oily superstars trying to sell me shoes and cars. Whoa, I'm pissed. Maybe my ill mood would improve if I put my gym shoe through the tube. Like they say, just do it. I could go bowling, but I lost my ball. I could hunt pigeons, but I shot them all. I might go fishing with the other guys, but the only thing that's biting is the skeeters and the flies. I really hate the place I work. The boss is such a total jerk. He gets me pissed. Total jerk. I'm changing tires, pumping gas. The job I got ain't got no class. Yes. Got no class. But every day I punch a clock and still I'm up to hearing high. Man, I'm pissed. Man, he's pissed. From 9 to 5, I bust my butt, work like a slave, and all for what? I'm truly pissed. some way I can change my luck. Get snatched by aliens in my pickup truck. Hang now with Elvis, talk to JFK. Come back to Earth and do the talk shows every day. Yeah, yeah. Now hold on. Things may not be as bad as they appear. Maybe it's my attitude around being too negative, bumming myself out. After all, I do have 86 channels of TV, 3 of which work. I have a roof over my head that only leaks when it rains. I've kept an athlete's body. Well, I still got athlete's foot. And I got a girlfriend who appreciates me for what I am. Yeah. Hey, I feel so good. I'm on. Take me a little nap.
Hey, Your Highness, get your raw butt off that lazy boy and get him here and clean these crawfish before they walk away.
But baby, this is supposed to be my castle. All I get is pain and hassle. I'm pissed.
In his castle. You, baby, you may be the king, but I'm the queen, so dig this thing. I'm pissed. Dig it.
Now, woman, don't get on my case. I don't need no one in my face. I'm pissed, and I got a light.
Yeah, and I got a leg. So wake up and smell the coffee, John. If you don't work, then I am gone. I'm history, mister.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe you won't be looking at your loveless self in this mirror, will ya?
And you won't be needing this hoochie-coochie laugh, neither.
But I never did let you set a place from Disneyland, so long, Mickey.
This TV's been nothing but trouble.
Let me help you there.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah, good. Well, let's go us into the kitchen and clean some crawfish.